Good morning, Facebook fam. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are live. We are here. We're out in San Bernardino today doing some ministry stuff. Hey, babe, Karen, I see you. Thank you for joining me, wifey. Brandon, I see you, man. Been a long time. We got to go back out, grab some pizza, man, the next couple of weeks. We're here in San Bernardino doing some ministry work today for World Impact, helping one of our brothers meet with some pastors and whatnot. I do want to ask you to go on to the Get Me Through Wednesday Facebook page, like us. We also have a YouTube channel called Cedric Nelms Ministries. Go check that out. We'll be doing more stuff with that coming the first part of the year. Also, share these videos. If you're getting something out of it, if it's feeding your soul, share them with your friends, with your family, whomever it might be. As we wait for more folks to join on, Get Me Through Wednesdays, we got another installment. As we get started this morning, we want to deal with success and fulfillment. As a kid growing up, I remember my dad often talking to me when I was in high school. And when I was in high school, I went to school over in near the beach, Playa del Rey, St. Bernard's for some of you. And we would go over there. When we would drive, we would always pass by this area. And my dad, because he worked in aerospace, he told me about this area that was owned by this rich guy named Howard Hughes. And he started telling me about Howard Hughes and how Howard Hughes was very successful with developing planes and different endeavors that he was into. And I always remember the thing my dad told me is that Howard Hughes was a very successful man, but he had no fulfillment. He wasn't happy. And he told me about how he became just this total introvert, to where he wouldn't leave home. He didn't want people touching his glasses. He had this high level of obsessive compulsive disorder. And they didn't, of course, have that diagnosis at that time. But I always remember that he would tell me that Howard Hughes was very successful, but he wasn't fulfilled. The thing that I see, hey Keisha, I see you. The thing that I see for most of us is that we are trying to be successful, but are we really fulfilled? Success is external. Success is a drive. Success is a mind thing. It's an ego thing. You're constantly driving to be successful. You're constantly driving to want more. All of us want the big house. All of us want the pool in the backyard. We want a nice car to drive. We want nice clothes. We want to be the most popular when we walk in. We want success. We want that job that makes people feel or think that we make a lot of money and that we have a lot of income. We want to be successful, but success is an ego thing. It's a mind thing. It's an external thing. We're trying to acquire all of this stuff for who? For someone else. But fulfillment is internal. Fulfillment is something that you cannot see. Fulfillment is something that only you know that you are fulfilled. And I know that we're sitting at this point to where we're right before Christmas, and Christmas is always a crazy time because we're constantly trying to drive and we're constantly trying to do things to make people happy. And a lot of the things that we're trying to do to make people happy are external things. Buying them gifts, showering them with things that are totally external. But at the end of the day, Christmas for me holds a whole different regard, because now it's about being fulfilled. It's about doing those things that internally make me happy. So my question for you this morning is, are you driving and striving for success, which is almost a man-made thing? Or are you driving for fulfillment? And I don't want to get all churchy and spiritual on you, but I got to say this. Jesus, on the outside looking in, wasn't a very successful dude. Dude didn't have a place to stay. Dude didn't have a car. He didn't have Stacey Adams shoes. He didn't have a Rolex watch on his wrist. Jesus was just a plain dude that took 12 dysfunctional cats and changed the whole world that we know about. On the outside, Jesus wasn't a success story. But you know what? He was fulfilled. And he showered that fulfillment to a lot of people. So much so that even some of us are fulfilled because of what Jesus did some 2,000 years ago. He would not have been written about in Times Magazine. He wouldn't have been on the front cover of Fortune 500. He wouldn't have been on the front cover of Ebony or Jet. He would have just been this dude that we would have seen and wondered, what does that cat do? Octavius, I see you. Thanks for joining. Success is something that we all want, but at the end of the day, will success make us happy? Because I know a lot of people who have a lot of things and a lot of stuff, but they're not happy. I often hear about, I remember hearing about a story that T.D. Jakes talked about, this lady that was living over in Africa. And when he would visit on one of his mission trips, he went to see her. This lady was sweeping her floor in her hut. I didn't say house, I said hut. And the floor wasn't a floor like you or I would walk on. It was a dirt floor. But he said she had so much fulfillment that she was just singing about the love of Jesus. She wasn't successful, but she was fulfilled. So I ask you today, are you striving for success or are you striving for fulfillment? Let me give you 3 things. Fulfillment is based on being thankful. Just be thankful for what you have. Any and everybody that knows me knows that I don't have a whole lot. But I'm finding myself being fulfilled and very thankful for what I do have. I thank God for my wife. I thank God for my children. I thank God for still at 44, still having my parents. I thank God for having good friends and folks who love me. I thank God for that. I'm grateful. I don't have the biggest house. I don't have the biggest car. But you know what? I'm learning to be fulfilled. The second thing is being in a position to where you are okay. You need to be okay with being okay. Be okay with who you are. Success is always about trying to be somebody else and trying to impress some other. It's not about trying to impress some other people, because people are fickle. They'll like you today and hate you tomorrow. Demont, my Morehouse brother, I see you, dog. Be okay with being okay. The third and final thing is own your joy. You need to own your joy. You need to be the one who brings joy to you. Stop relying on other people to bring you joy. Nobody else can bring you joy but yourself. Jennifer, I see you. Thank you for joining this morning, guys. You gotta be the owner of your own joy. If you allow somebody else to make you joyful, then you're gonna be waiting a long time. And you're gonna be disappointed. So those are the 3 things I got for you to be fulfilled. Be okay with being okay. Realize that you own your own joy. And at the end of the day, realize that fulfillment is about being grateful. Maria, thank you for joining me this morning. Be fulfilled, folks. As we move forward, as we close out this year, there's some people that's not going to make this year with us. Just be thankful that you live to see another day. Be thankful for that. Don't worry about what you don't have. Be thankful for the little bit of stuff that you do have. Be thankful for the small stuff. Stop chasing success and be anxious and thirsty for fulfillment. This is Pastor Said. I'm out. Be blessed. Have a great week, and I'll see you right back here. Maybe not in San Bernardino, but I'll see you right back here next Wednesday for another Get Me Through Wednesday. Don't worry about success, because that's a man thing. Worry about being fulfilled, because that's an inward thing. Let God fulfill you. Let him give you exactly what you need. Pastor said, and I'm out. I love you.